Here today to talk to you about how the expression number 1 can support the all-important life path 3. Now, I've already done a video on the expression number 1 where I went into more detail of the talents of the expression number 1. Now, I always say that I'm going to put it in the description box, but I am aware that sometimes I forget small details. But my intention is to leave the link to my expression number video in the description box. However, it's on my channel if I forget, because I do that a lot. So I'm going to scoot over the detail of the expression number 1, so the talents that you bring to support your life path. Obviously, I've gone into a lot more detail in my expression number 1 exclusive video, because that video was just totally and utterly dedicated to the talents that the expression number 1 brings. And it's always to support that life path. So I'm going to scoot over the main points of the talents of the expression 1, and then talk about the all-important life path, which today is the life path 3, and how that you could use the talents of the expression number 1 to support your life path 3, because that's what it's for. So let's get started. So the expression number 1, if you're an expression number 1, the talents you bring with you to support your life path is talented leadership. You're a channel. The 1 is the straight up line from the channel, from spirit to the earth, the channel from spirit, the channel of the channel of initiation, new, unique ideas coming straight from spirit that nobody has channeled before. Dynamic energy of initiation, assertiveness, confidence and independence. So very energetic, very high level doer kind of number. Let's get things done. Let's lead the team towards the fruition of any goal that we have. That's the ballpark energy of the expression number 1. So, like I said, you're a talented leader if you're an expression number 1, a pioneer of new ways, a channel for the unique, the groundbreaking, a strong energy of initiation. And what I mean by that is you want to just get started. You're not one for planning the meetings, the sitting down and talking about what we got to do. You're the sort of person that just wants to get started. You want to get done, and you don't like hanging around. You're at your highest vibration, you confidently show your unique, innovative ideas. However, there are times in the expression number 1 that you may feel a bit of low self-esteem, but we'll go on to that in a minute. But because it's a strength of yours, you're more likely to be confident rather than unconfident when it comes to showing your innovative ideas. You're results driven, you're confident, you're assertive, you're determined. Independent, quite a risk taker. You like having fun, you like change, you like variety, you like high energy, consistently developing and improving yourself, because you've got to keep up to date with the innovation, haven't you? You see no reason to follow dogma or march to an accepted norm. Remember, you're unique, and you may have felt in your past that at times that you felt different from other people, at times a bit like people might have called you weird or maybe even eccentric at times. That may or may not have happened to you in a greater or smaller degree. But the reason why you show that individuality in your nature is because you are a channel for the new, from source, from spirit. You're a sort of person that people lean on for answers and fast solutions, and I really accentuate the fast solutions there. You're not one for hanging about if you're an expression number 1. A driven doer, very passionate, very productive, very hardworking, full of practical solutions, and extremely independent, sometimes overly so, because the point of the expression number 1 is to lead others. So to say that you want to do everything yourself is sometimes defeats the object for you. So whereas you want and can be and are talented at being very independent, don't forget you need other people too. The fruition of your goals is not going to come about. Your idea is not going to manifest so efficiently without the other numbers joining you in that goal. And you're here, your talent is to lead people towards that. So if you're an expression 1, you're going to choose maybe careers in working for yourself as a manager in a top company like a CEO, An entrepreneur, like I said, working for yourself, an inventor, an administrator, organizer, even a writer, author, coach, teacher, public speaker, the ability to throw your ideas out there. When you're low, as I said earlier, you can be, even though your strength in the expression one is confidence, you can be insecure and tell yourself you're not good enough quite a lot, and end up standing still because of your low self-worth. You feel that you're not good enough to move forward. You may struggle to be heard, feeling that you don't fit in and looking for approval. If you're unique and you don't fit in, and that's what you're here to be, approval, is not a good thing to sought, because, we all approve of things that are similar to ourselves, don't we? Because it's more comfortable to connect with and be similar to the similar vibration to you. So if you're different from other people, it's going to be more difficult to gain that approval because you're new to them, So it's important for the expression one not to search for that approval as such. You're a leader, you're not a follower, and you're unique, you're not the same. Remember, you don't march to the accepted norm, So approval is irrelevant for you, as much as the one does try to achieve that. Suppressed anger, definitely. Most of the expression ones that I know aren't all that good at suppressing their anger, and it comes out quite often, whether in just basic frustration or in a complete, I'm going to say, tantrum. I hope none of my expression number one friends see this. You may discharge this massive energy into addictions if you don't channel it in the right direction. And if you are low in confidence, you need positive affirmations like, I am good enough, I am creative, I am capable, I am unique for a reason, I do not need approval. These are the kind of things that the expression one or the life path one should be really affirming to themselves all the time. So I've gone into more detail on the sub-lessons of the expression number one in my expression number one video. So for today, I'm just going to go over the pages. Now you can pause them and read them if you want to, or just watch my expression one video. But this shows you all the different types of expression one. All of the numbers reduced down to a 10-1 to a 101. So all expression number ones have the element of enhanced perception. Remember, pulling down from spirit, that is the raw quality of the one, the ability to connect with and channel from spirit. And you all have this, whatever type you are, because if you look, all the numbers ultimately reduce down to a 10-1. If you continue to reduce a 1 and a 9, you get a 10. You continue to reduce the 2 and the 8, you get a 10. You get my drift. So you all have this element among you. But if you are a 10-1, this is very much stronger. And if you are a 1-9 or a 2-8 or a 3-7-1, it's slightly, I hate to say weaker, but not as prevalent in your life path. Okay, so pause this if you need to have this on your screen a little bit longer. Going to do the same here. So you can pause your screen and read it through or watch my video, whichever. And again, for this one, so pause if you need to, because I don't want to go and read it all through again like I did in my other video. And last but not least, 911. Now, as you go up in the numbers, these are less likely to be because, it's possible for someone's name, if they have a long name, to add up to 91, even reduced in the vertical. Always reduced in vertical, by the way. So I put it on my video just in case, but it's a rarer type to be a 911, but it's possible. Okay, so let's get going with my example. Now it's my Johnny David Higgins that I've been talking about in previous videos. Johnny David Higgins is an expression number one. Now I've worked that out by working out all the energies of his full birth name. So if you look at Johnny David Higgins as written on his birth certificate, you'll see that the J vibrates at the 1. You see what I've done here, the O, the 6, and the H, the 8, and I've gone all the way along and given each of the letters a number value. But I haven't just added them all across. We do them separately. They call it vertical calculation. Now, I know some people prefer the horizontal, because I had a reading recently from someone who was interested in both readings. But once we did the reading together, it was blatantly obvious that the vertical reading was the correct one. The horizontal isn't quite accurate, so I implore you, always add up your birth date and your birth name separately as follows. So I'm going to start with Johnny. So as you can see here, I've added all the numbers for Johnny on its own, got to 23. Now 23 isn't a master number, so I've done a 2 and a 3 and reduced that down to the 5. Okay, then I'm going to hit David. Well, not hit David, but you know what I mean. Add all the numbers together. And here I get a 22. Now, if it was any other number, I would have reduced that down to a 4. But 22 is a master number, so I'm going to leave it at that. Higgins, doing the same. Add up all the numbers, get 4, 6. 4, 6 isn't a master number, as we know. 4 plus 6 plus 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. You know, a little bit of a longer calculation, but we get down to a 1. And then I take the total of all 3 of the names already reduced down, or 4 or 5 or 6 names, depends how many you have. 5 plus 22 plus 1, expression number 281. So Johnny Higgins' talents is what I've just explained in the 1, but his is more specific to the 281, as I've just spoken about. So let's talk about Johnny's expression. Johnny's life path number, which is the most important number in his chart by far, and he needs to work out a way for the expression number 1 that he has brought with him to support his life path 3. But first of all, let's work out. Okay, so Johnny David Higgins, he was born on the 23rd of December 1975. So again, I'm going to do a separate and vertical calculate. So 2 and the 3 equals the 5. The December is the 12th month, so we add the 1 and the 2 together and we get 3. And adding together 1975, 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 5 equals a master number. 1975 is a master year, 22-4. So as I did with the expression number, we add these 3 numbers together and we come to 303. So Johnny David Higgins' life path, ultimate reason for being here, is to achieve and transcend the life path 3 using the sub-lessons, the 0 and the 3. Okay, right, let's move on. So this is just a little summary of what I've just said. Life path number 303, the 1 is here to support it. The 281 must support the 3, not the other way around. You know, it's always the life path number being supported, because just think of the life path number as the king. Everything feeds back to the king. All your numbers in your chart are here to support the life path number, never the other way around. Okay. So what you need to learn in this lifetime is to work past and transcend difficulties around self-expression, speaking out, and emotional sensitivity. So to express yourself with your words, your art, your body, however way you want to creatively express, to implement the idea, to inspire and to delight others. That's what you're here to learn. Added intuition, perception and empathic talents from that 0, because he's a 303, but ultimately he's here to learn emotional expression which inspires and captivates an audience. Okay, and that's what he's here to learn. Now that's not going to be an easy thing. How could he then use the talent of the expression number to help him achieve that life path 303? So I don't need to read the expression number 281. We know it's about leadership, innovation, initiation, independence, and the 281 is slightly more specific, but at the end of the day, it's still that 1. The life path 3, this is the important bit, okay? So you're here to deal with difficulties around self-expression and emotional sensitivity, as I have said multiple times. So you're here to bring positive, heartfelt self-expression. So that's having the confidence to use your sensitive emotions and express that confidently to an audience. Now, the 3 life path struggles with shyness and often speech impediments or the inability to have the confidence to express themselves, but that's the idea. It's their life path. It's not meant to be easy. However, the expression number 1 can bring you that confidence Also, the expression number 1 is not shy in front of an audience. If you can use the talents of the expression number 1, you're taking big strides in the achievement of your life path 3 by using the confidence and the energy and the assertiveness of the expression number 1 to help you to be the one to stand there and express yourself and be confident to do that. Okay, so that's a major thing that the expression number 1 can offer the life path 3, is that confidence to express. Okay, as long as you're living your expression number and you're not on a low ebb in general, in which case you will be low in confidence. But keeping that expression number 1 up and running and positive, it can be an amazing help to just share for the confidence before I discuss anything else with the expression 1. The confidence to stand up there in front of an audience and express yourself. It's hard to be emotional when you're insecure. Okay, so the expression 1 gives you the potential to do that. You're here to acquire an audience to express an important message. Now, not only can the expression 1 help you with that message, okay, the one's always going to channel the messages from spirit better than the person that's got to express it. But the expression 1 works beautifully with the 3 because you can channel that message that's yours and unique, and then as part of your life path, express it as well. So you're not necessarily expressing, in fact, you're not expressing other people's ideas, you're expressing your own. If you use your expression number 1 to its potential, you never express other people's ideas. Your life path 3 is to express. That's what you're here to learn to do. But your expression 1 can bring that uniquely and innovatively. Okay? So the life path 3 could be beautifully supported by the expression 1 in such a unique, groundbreaking way. Develop how you express yourself to others. Again, that confidence, that energy, that assertiveness, which sometimes the one isn't so useful when it comes to warming to people. The 1 can bring people together and lead them, but when it comes to warm relationships or connection, they're sort of a little bit more on the surface when it comes to that. Where the 1's going to help you the most is to help you bring the ideas that you can then express to the world, and the 1 will bring you the confidence to express it to the world. The 1 is a great skill to have when you're learning to be to express yourself creatively or emotionally, because it's a great talent to have. Carefully chosen words from the heart. The expression 1's very task orientated. Not sure how that would be useful. I think the main uses is what I've mentioned in the expression 1. The ability to have the confidence to stand up there and have the ideas to feed your life path. Because if the idea is there, then it's up to you as a life path 3 to then express that idea to your audience. Great talent to have if you're a 3, life path 3 with an expression number 1. So there, as we know, there are like 4 types to be. There are 4 ways to be a life path 3. You can just be a 3, or you can have steps towards it. Most people I've seen have got steps towards their 3, because it's hard to have 3 names that all add up to 1, or even, it's possible. Names? What are you talking about? To have 3 numbers that add up to just 3 in your birth date? But it's possible. So in the 1, 2, 3, I'm being a bit more specific here, because I said in the life path 3, you're here to express yourself emotionally, to inspire and to delight your audience. But you're here to do it with the 2 and the 1. So with the 2 and the 1, if you're a life path 1, 2/3, you're here to work on those issues and difficulties around self-expression, which is in the life path 3, possible shyness, mutism, or just an inability to come out into the world and to be confident. And to do that, you need to learn to work alongside others in cooperation, in service, as a team, as a group. you know, to help others, bring the team together. And then the one, the unique ideas. And you see how the expression is helping if you're a 1, 2, 3, even more so if you're a 1, 2, 3 or a 2, 1, 3, because the one expression is in your steps of your life path. So one of the steps of your life path is a talent. That's surely a help. Absolutely. So if you're a positive 1, 2, 3 and your life path, you're walking your life path, you're able to express yourself with heartfelt emotion and passion to captivate your audience, whatever it may be that you're doing. You're the life of the party. You can connect with others beautifully, and the ideas that you show to the world are your own, especially with an expression number 1. So the expression number 1 is useful as one of your sub lessons. And useful in the 2 in helping you to reconcile and enforce your boundaries. The 1 doesn't help the 2 so much when it comes to getting on with others, but where the 1 helps the 2 here is the 2 needs to recognize their boundaries and not do too much and end up resentful or exhausted. And the 1 is amazing at helping you to consider yourself as well, because the 1's more selfish than the 2. Okay, so what the 1 can do to help the 1, 2, 3 is not only is it one of the steps to their life path, innovative ideas, but it can also help you to enforce boundaries in the 2, because the 2 can often do too much for people. The energy of the 1 expression can supply the innovative ideas and the boundaries, you know, very much so, and the confidence for the 1, 2, 3. So that's how the expression number can support the 1, 2, 3 life path. The 2, 1, 3, the 1 is even more important here. If you're an expression number 1 and your life path is 2, 1, 3, this is even more relevant to you. When you're what you're here to achieve in the 2, 1, 3, without jumping ahead, is to work with those issues on self-expression, emotional sensitivity in the 3 life path. To express yourself with words, to inspire and to delight. But to do this, you start with the innovative ideas, because the 1 is the most important step or sub-lesson. So you're looking at those innovative ideas, which, hello, you have in the expression number 1, which makes that a little bit easier for you, and work alongside others. So you're just switching the numbers around. So, you know, a high level life path 2, 1, 3 can express themselves beautifully, but they can also, but the ideas that they are expressing are definitely their own unique ideas. They're not expressing the ideas or anything of anyone else. They're expressing and creating and implementing their own innovative ideas, as well as working alongside others in a team and in service. So the expression 1 is particularly useful for the 2, 1, 3 in that it's the most important of your sub-lessons in the 1. Also useful in the 2, helping you recognize and enforce those boundaries. And the energy of the 1 expression supplies those innovative ideas, which is your biggest and most important step to achieving your life path 3 if you're a 2, 1, 3. So this is a really good expression number to have if you're a 2, 1, 3. 3, 0, 3. The expression 1 could be particularly useful there as well. But remember, the 0 is the most important in this life path. And the 0 adds intensity to the 3 and brings even more added abilities when it comes to connecting with spirit world and bringing the ideas and the expression and the creativity from spirit. If you're a life path 303, you're here to deal with those issues around emotional expression, as I've said. To express yourself, to inspire and delight, but you do so in the 303. You need to do so with added intuition and perception and possible empathic talents. So basically, more importantly, connecting with source and channeling those ideas and that expression, and really trusting in your intuition. Okay. So the 303, that is a high level. If you're really walking your path, you listen to your inner knowing and intuition and express yourself with emotional sensitivity. You can read your audience perfectly with your intuition. So that enhances your ability to entertain, persuade, inspire and inform public speaking, teaching, presenting, entertaining, whatever that may be. And the expression 1 is helpful because it's the expression 1 that gives you that channel to the ideas of spirit. Okay, and you can use that. So particularly useful is it gives you the added ability to channel the innovative ideas and lead others towards your creative emotional expression in the 3. The 303 life path is the one most in need of the channel from source. So for the 303, in the expression number 1, as amongst other things, that channel from source is going to help with the 303 life path, who needs more so than any other life path 3 to channel and trust their intuition. So that means really listening to source or spirit or whatever you like to call it. Okay, so that expression one is particularly useful for that. I hope you found my expression number 1 and how it supports the life path 3 helpful and useful today. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. So I've got loads more ideas and videos coming. I'm going to do all the expression numbers and how they support all the life paths, as well as my Enneagram and my Mayan videos that I do. So if you like the video, please click that thumbs up button, and if you've already subscribed or haven't yet, subscribe and click that bell icon for my latest uploads. You can email me at katie@soulexplorer.net or go to my website soulexplorer.net, and I'm going to put a link to my expression number 1 video, I will, and links to all my social media in the description box below. As ever, guys, trust the soul within you. Only you know what's best for you. Bye.